Welcome back to the New Music Alliance Radio Hour. You just heard Signal the Escape with Maudlin. Before that, Time and Tide with Groundhog Day. And starting off that block, Boys Like Girls with The Great Escape. Let's start things off by talking about Signal the Escape. They were out of New Haven, Connecticut, and this track, Maudlin, that's just very solid. And it's off the Leaving for Eden EP, which came out back in 2006, like right in the height of the pop-punk boom. Well, the second
Yeah,
pop-punk boom.
this is classic. I mean, this is one
It's
of
so
those.
classic.
This is a perfect specimen of the period.
And these guys never quite reached the extreme heights of some of their contemporaries, but they did have one really well-received album and a few very good EPs under their belt before breaking up around 2010. But they're absolutely a bit of a hidden gem of the emo era. They've got some very solid tracks and a lot of really, really respectable singles, including this one. I think they're very good. I think they were very, very, very good and absolutely a piece of history for the pop-punk era.
You have really here just tipped your hat to a moment in time. I'm always impressed that you give the pop punk era its moment.
Let's talk about Time and Tide out of Worcester, Massachusetts. And this is a very interesting story about these folks. But obviously, we want to talk about Groundhog Day because this is a great single.
Tell us the tale.
Time and Tide apparently started more as a time capsule than anything else. They were a collection of songs spanning over 17 years, meticulously refined. Mike Martin began writing songs the first time, picked up a guitar, and while there have been gaps over the years, he never really stopped writing and creating music. He never really had a chance to officially release a record, so he decided eventually it was time to put in the work and do it himself, with a lot of help from Kyle Armilotti on production, mixing, and mastering, of course. And that all came out in this culmination of teenage angst, dealing with love and loss, and navigating life's unexpected challenges that anyone can identify with, the Nothing LP. Released back in April. It's an album basically only made by one person and one producer, and it's excellent. Terrific pop punk that wears how much time and energy it's taken to put together on its sleeves. It's so good. Astonishingly well-crafted record.
17 years.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming, but it sounds amazing. Highly, highly, highly recommend this one. This is a great record.
I just love the story behind it. I love a project. I have to listen to it. I'm gonna listen to the whole thing. This is
Yeah.
fantastic.
And very good music, frankly. Even outside of the story, it's very good music.
Worcester, Massachusetts.
Oh yeah. Let's talk about Boys Like Girls with The Great Escape. Any pop punk person who was around in the mid 2000s, y'all remember this chorus very, very well. I was definitely there. But the thing is, and Boys Like Girls is actually out of Andover, Massachusetts, out near Boston, but the lead singer and guitarist, Martin Johnson, actually grew up in Amherst, Massachusetts.
A local connection. And he worked with some pretty amazing people.
Yeah, Martin Johnson's a bit of a interesting figure. Obviously, the band Boys Like Girls was a notable success in the mid-2000s pop punk scene, and their self-titled debut, which this was off of, sold over 700,000 copies, with tours alongside acts like Fall Out Boy and Good Charlotte. Of course, they were huge. But Martin Johnson himself has also done a lot of songwriting and production for other artists on the side, including people like Avril Lavigne, Miley Cyrus, Jason Derulo, Taylor Swift. He did Ariana Grande's debut single. So many more. He is an incredibly prolific pop songwriter and producer. He's gotten several RIAA certified multi-platinum hit singles that he's written and 9 top 40 singles that he's written. Hell of a guy.
It's amazing.
And he grew up right here in Amherst.
You know, some people are in these bands and they have their careers and stuff, but you don't know that they have a whole other career, especially the songwriters.
Yeah.
Songwriters, they write for other people and you just don't even know. You got them. What's next?
Let's delve into some harder rock and metal with Hivebane and Fathom Farewell. Let's start things off with Shed My Skin by Hivebane.